それはこの世で最も大きな虚構。魔法より魔法に近い私のプロイキッシャーたち。さあ、ごっこ遊びを始めましょう。フェイトグランドオーダー魔法使いの夜コラボレーション。
Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. It's been a couple days, mostly because I've been grinding away to make both my Alice and my Sojiro be level 100 with 10 skills. I've been begging my friends, hey, please tell me when this time is, because I don't know. I think that this is going to be like tomorrow at like, because today was 22 to 24, so this would be then, if it was 22 to 24, and the next one is 21 to 23, that means it starts at 12 lunchtime for me. I've been grinding away at them, doing a bunch of stuff there, so yeah, now they're all maxed out, which is real good. Well, aside from Sojiro, we still got to work on him a bit, just because we got to get his Noble Phantasms, we have to get his, coins, right? Because we can fully append him, no issue, which is fun. But yeah, so, and that means, yes, I am choosing Sojiro for that because it's very funny. It's very funny. What do you mean he's the one who gets chosen? That's very funny. Anyways, your reason for being here. Part 1. I've grinded enough that there should be no obstacles stopping me from doing all this. Unless there's a new mission where it's like, surprise, you have to grind out these like new enemies or something, which would be a little annoying, but I don't think that'll be the case. I hope that's not the case. Day 6 of the Kumano Hot Springs Ray Shift. Public bath. Early morning. That one's on fire? Do we even have anybody who could relate to fire? Forget living only twice, this is the 5th time the magician's died now. All right, I'm sorry. This is no time to be standing around in shock. Fire? Who has fire? You need to put out the fire, then check if that's Aoko or not. I'm impressed, Mash. You never lose your cool no matter what the situation. There aren't many people out here with the humanity to voice what they believe, even when they're not entirely sure. I wish a certain burning someone would take a page from your book. She should be showing up any moment now, right? Ah, damn it, I was afraid I might be dead. Just when I finally linked up with my memories, too. Oh, wow. There sure are a lot of people here. Did I, get to know you all here or something? If I did, you must be really confused right now, huh? Sorry about that. Could anyone tell me what's going on? Yeah, I think you're the one who's more confused than us. And that's the way to cookie quumbos. Oh, so that's a story, huh? Funny. But are you sure you didn't embellish anything for a laugh? No? Oh, okay. Oh man, I'm so sorry, Tanner. On behalf of all 5 of me. Okay, Ozaki, now that you're all caught up, again, what do you make of this latest murder? Let me see. Well, I can tell you right now that I was the killer. You killed yourself? I can recognize the results of my own magic bullets. You said that Wanwan created imposters of the other guests, and those turned out to be the killers, right? Ishtarin wanted to become younger, Bazid wanted to find romance, Sugatari Rainbow wanted a male body again, and Ryogi wanted a happy home life for her family. The other Aokos were all killed in different ways. Ambushed, a duel to the death, taking a bullet for someone else. But this murder looks pretty one-sided to me. Can you tell me why, Tanner? Because your wish matched the 5th spring's power. Well, which was what? I forget. Exactly. Ishtarin went to the first secret spring, and she really did come out younger. Normally, that would be when the Wanwan system kicked in, and an exact imposter of her would show up and kill her now that her wish was granted. But Aoko 1 stopped that from happening and ended up dying in her place. That makes Ishtarin the only guest here to have her wish come true and live to tell about it. Oh, right. None of the people who came here for the 2nd to 4th springs had their wishes granted. In fact, to begin with, Aoko was already in the bath, making sure they couldn't get in, but their wishes were still genuine. That's why the imposters showed up. They don't need an imposter to enter the bath first. As long as someone with an applicable wish is present, their doppelganger will appear and kill them in exchange for granting it. At least, that's how 1-1's curse system was supposed to work, but Aoko threw a wrench in the cycle. We can tell because the baths were still full. The magical energy in the water is presumably what grants the wish, so it probably disappears once that occurs. But on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th days, the water was still there. The doppelgangers appeared, but the corresponding wishes never came true. Damn, really? I had no idea this secret spring system was such a hassle. Hang on. So the fact that the spring of stiff shoulder annihilation is empty now means Naozaki must have gone in. I won't say what her reason probably was, but I bet she was thinking, I've already stopped the curse 3 times now and Wanwan is gone, so there shouldn't be any harm in trying to spring for myself now. Boy, that's why she looked like that in the thumbnail. She needed to go to this spring, huh? Or something along those lines. What? Don't be silly! Of course I wouldn't think something like that. I swear, Shizuki, you're always so perceptive when it matters the least. See? You know, your grown-up self did say to watch out for this spring. Let me rephrase. I swear, you're always too perceptive when I don't want you to be. Anyway, I guess my other me's reasoning was half wanting to try it and half needing to try it. She probably went to verify it on her own because she didn't want to ruin the case closed celebrations. After all, you guys never did find out why Aoko 1 came here in the first place. Anyway, on a different note, why aren't you more phased by all this, Tobimaru? Why would I be? It's a simple numbers game. You die, you get replaced. That's how the system works. Day 1, Ozaki 1 appears. Day 2, Ozaki 1 dies, replaced by Ozaki 2. Day 3, 2 dies, replaced by Ozaki 3. Day 4, 3 dies, replaced by Ozaki 4. Day 5, one of those didn't happen. There was the one day. Oh, right here. Okay, yeah. Day 5, Ozaki 5 appears and dies. Ozaki 4 remains alive. That's the day that was different. But since Aoko 5 wouldn't show up unless 4 was dead, I knew she would have to die at some point. And now here we are. I'm guessing Ozaki 4 picked up on this paradox too. So, you knew all along, and you never said anything. I see you're still shouldering everything, so nobody else has to. At any rate, it seems the spring's power is still working, so I suppose 1-1 wasn't responsible after all. Yeah, but so what? Let's just forget about all this and go home already. The worst that happens is Ozaki dies again. Maybe so, but no, we can't leave yet. Seriously, the whole world's gonna end unless we solve this. Really? You mean you're finally gonna destroy the world, Prez? Not her, no. But I don't blame you for reacting that way, Kinomi. It really doesn't feel like this world's in any danger. Tanner, you originally came here to repair a singularity, right? What do you think? I know what you mean, but I do believe what Aoko was saying, plus we've seen the flashbacks. Well, alright then. Let's all put our heads together and try to figure this out. Besides, Tobimaru, do you really think you can go back to Tokyo now without a bad taste in your mouth? No, I guess not. And I suppose we did start this investigation because we didn't want the world to end. Okay, we can have one final discussion. It's the Vice President's job to support the President, after all. We still don't know what Aozaki once saw that made her jump here in the first place. But you should at least have an idea of what she saw, right, Aozaki? Seeing as you're her and all. Of course, I knew that when I came here. The first me was originally sent here in 1999. So that's our only lead. 1999. I guess we can take a look at the hotel registry from back then. Where do you keep it, Kinomi? My old registers? Those are in the lobby. I can show them to you right now. Can you believe there was a time when this stuff would have to be physically paperized and kept? Online cloud storage is so nice. Oh, but don't get your hopes up, okay? There's nothing really interesting written in them. I swear to God, if we go there and it says, Toko Aozaki. Oh, she's not in this event. I know she's not, but... Because, let me tell you, there'd be a war if there was. Okay. Also, I've looked up and checked over the way, this is a different Ryogi, this is a different Shiro. don't try and think of it in timelines. It is literal fan service. It's them, but totally different timelines and stuff, so don't worry about it. Okay, here's all my old registers. There's one for each year. Thank you for sharing these confidential documents with us. I know this information should usually be kept private, but this is an emergency. Don't worry, it's fine. The only things written down are the guests' names, addresses, and whether they caused any problems during their stay. That is literal personal information. That's still pretty important. That's mainly just so we can tell any egregiously entitled customers that we're all filled up the next time they want to book a room. Is this real? Wait, is that real? Wait a sec, is that real? Oh. I see. So inns rate their guests just like guests rate their lodgings. I'll have to remember that. Yeah, no, wait, is that real? 1999. Here, this is it. Okay, so in May of 1999, the guests who stayed here were Ryogi, Shiro, Ishitarin, Sugitani, Fujino, Bazet, and Karen? That's strange. What could this mean? Aside from us, those are the exact guests as this week. You're even staying on the exact same days. Whoa, that's one hell of a coincidence. But I guess things like that happen when everyone goes on holiday at the same time. Let's see. 2 years ago, I'd have already taken over the inn. I think Lady Caution was here too. So it was the same situation 2 years ago. What's going on here, Konomi? Thing is, I don't remember May of 2 years ago at all. It's like it poofed out of my mind. Can you elaborate on that? It's hard to explain. The best I can do is I forgot I'd even forgotten. I was just as surprised as you guys when I saw the hotel register just now. Feels like something that happened to someone else. Oh hey, I think it was like that for the other guests too. I mean, nobody else said anything about how this is just like last time either, right? Oh, so it's not just you. None of the other guests remember being here 2 years ago either, which means... I was in color this time. Did you just realize something? It all makes sense now. I finally know what Aoka 1 did. Guys, let's continue this in the Sky Room. I've got to tell you something. Did you use your power to just push ahead every event here till later? Like you just displaced it to later? Is that what we're doing? Just like how you displace thermal energy, you just displace the events here? Why can I see myself? Whose perspective was I in? Oh, Kobimaru, I guess. You know, come to think of it, your name was, like, aside from us, you're also the only different one. Hang on. What's your name doing in the register for this year? Oh, you're just not going to tell us? Cool. Wait, for this year? Who? Who else could it be? Oh, don't not give us information. I need to know. This case would have gone a lot smoother if Aoka 1 had actually explained what was going on. So I need to start by apologizing on her behalf. I'm sorry. Even if she felt like she couldn't trust anyone, she should at least have let you all know what was going to happen in 1999. What do you mean, what was going to happen? Does that mean you know how the world is supposed to end now? I do. It was only bits and pieces, but I managed to sync up the memories of what Aoka 1 saw. In May of 1999, an unidentified entity that can only be described as a star shows up at this location. The moment it does, it blows everything away in the Kumano area, then releases a magical energy wind that raises the rest of the region. My guess is the star will keep emitting magical energy forever, generating storms as long as humans exist. As long as humans exist? Speaking hypothetically, does that mean the star will run out of magical energy and stop if it wipes human civilization off the face of the planet? No, I wouldn't have been sent here if that were the case. Civilization destruction isn't part of my jurisdiction. Then, who? I'd love to know who that is. because I feel like they didn't do their job. I'm in charge of matters involving the extinction of humankind. Not that anyone assigned it to me, but still. Again? You didn't really stop it in our timeline. So it wasn't something supposed to happen in 1999? Oh, I know. Oh, wait. Wait. Are we doing Nostradamus? Oh, I know this one. Nostradamus prophesied way back when that a great and terrible king would come to Earth from Mars in July of 1999. Here's a fun thing to do. Go back and look at all of Nostradamus' predictions. Everyone is wrong. I don't know if that prophecy is true or not, but I can say for sure that nothing happened in 1999. Hey, I was 4 years old. Not to mention, the month is all wrong. You said the star appeared in May, right, Aoko? That's right, Mash. The star has nothing to do with Engel Moi. Oh! I've heard that name before. Oh. Okay, but the way you're saying it makes it sound like that is a canon event in the Nosiverse, and I'm putting that away in my brain to see if that ever comes up again. And if it was just an ordinary meteorite, humankind would have ways to deal with it. We can track meteorite trajectories years ahead of time, and we have the moon to shield us. Which means a star is an existential threat to humanity that would never exist under normal circumstances. Even if a meteorite were to somehow snake its way past Jupiter, it would be drawn into the far side of the moon, and that would be that. Well, that's where BB is. Not in this timeline, I know. I'm making a joke. So instead of coming from space, this star must have come out of the ground. Well, that's not really a star then. Out of the ground. So there's it fell already, and now it emerges? Wait, isn't this just the plot of Earthbound? Out of the ground? So there's a star buried in the Kumano Mountains? That's right. Which brings us to the question of what happened in 1999. Please don't freak out when you hear this next part. Especially you, Mash and Tanner. I'm gonna be real. We've gone through some shit. It's gonna take a lot to make us freak out. Back in 1999, Aoko decided the situation was too much for her to handle on her own, and decided to trust that a solution would be found in the future. Specifically, oh, I was right. She took this entire singularity and kicked it 2 years down the road. Well, that does make sense. Then you don't mean you made this 2001 singularity? I guess so. That explains why you haven't found the Holy Grail yet, too. How could you when I'm the source? Man, no wonder my magical energy's been so low. I'm still maintaining the singularity even as we speak. Wonder how long I'll have to keep this up for. Okay, I'd laugh too, but also, you can kick singularities? Oh, sure. It's like when you're about to lose at a board game, so you just sweep the board away so no one can play anymore. Oh, that's the type of person you are? Of course, in that case, that also doesn't change the game's outcome at all, and it arguably makes it even worse. So this 2001 Kumano in singularity okay, gotta read this again. So this 2001 Kumano in singularity is that even worse outcome. And you're responsible, Aoko? I said I was sorry. There's something else I could do at the time. As much as Aoko needs you to teach her to have a heart, Mash, we should save that for later. Let's focus on the present. So this unidentified star that showed up in 1999, that happened in a singularity, right? Then Aoko 1 sent this 1999 singularity to 2001, and 1999 ended without incident. I get all that. But then, what happened to the Kumano Inn in May of 1999 after it was sent to the future? The historical record for the time should be blank. As its documents said as much, right? Right? Yeah, I forgot about that. It also means that Konomi and the other guests staying here at that time have no memory of that month. And now, this unidentified star incident that was going to happen in 1999 is happening now, in this year. I guess this history's corrective power at work. It always tries to cause events to occur if they should have already happened. So, because this incident was pushed from 1999 to now, all the same factors from 1999 have gathered here again. Which means, if this incident began 2 years ago with the same guests, then one of the guests here now must be the culprit. Well, that makes sense, but we've already ruled out all the guests, no? Exactly. Lady Kashin was just under the Ox God's influence, and you guys already took care of that. So doesn't that mean the star isn't going to show up anymore? Good point. I'm sure Aoko 1 came here looking for the culprit, but she got killed before she found them. The other Aokos may not have known exactly what was going on, but they must have thought that the secret springs granting a wish was the trigger, which is why they kept watch over them every morning. But it turned out that the Wanwan system was producing the doppelgangers, so they never realized what the star really is or the suspect responsible for it. We're officially out of leads. No, there's still a suspect. Someone who fits that bill far better than anyone else here by far. Really? You can tell? Yeah, I don't usually like relying on the process of elimination, but in this case, that's the quickest way to arrive at the answer. First, let's get the timeline straight. You said Aoko 1 came here from 2 years ago, because this is when the star is supposed to emerge and destroy humankind. But why now, 2 years later? Obviously because nothing happened until now, and until it did, there was nothing for her to find. To put it another way, it means that this unidentified star thing requires 2 years to emerge. Probably takes that long to charge up or something, and that should have been true in 1999 as well. So if the star's first emergence was in 1999, that would mean whatever created the star happened 2 years before that, in 1997. That makes sense. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that since I can't send things to the past, but you're right. And that brings us to our possible suspects, the inn's guests. Each one had their own reasons, their own humble wishes for being here. While those wishes may have triggered the Wanwan system that kept killing Aozaki every morning, it had nothing to do with the star, which means we can eliminate every guest with a clearly known reason for being here from the list of suspects. Let's go over every guest and the reasons now. Tanner and Mash came here from Kalia to repair this very singularity. They in turn summoned my assistant. Reasons Isn't it Alice then? Alice is the only... Because she doesn't have a reason. She just said she comes here all the time, right? She comes here all the time, They in turn summoned my assistant for reasons I still don't understand to help them. And there's the eccentric who came from 99.9 to save the world, and me, a detective who came to find a missing person, despite usually rejecting such requests. Then there was Ishtarin, who wanted to become younger, Bazit, who ostensibly came here on work, but was actually here for the secret springs. She came here with Karen, who in turn wanted to see what would happen to Bazit. I won't publicly disclose Sugitani Rainbow's objective here, but I'd say it's no known fact by this point. Ryogi came here with her family to wish for a happy home life and to procure a new sword. Fujino was Ryogi's hired bodyguard, and Shiro came here to sell Ryogi the sword. Kumanoing might have seemed suspicious, but he was just an ordinary comedian, and Kashin was just a victim of unfortunate circumstance. Yep, okay. Right? There you have it. Those are all the guests whose reasons for being here are clear. I can't think of... Okay. Can't imagine any of them having anything to do with this. I know who it is, though. That just leaves one person. Someone who is still yet to share what it is she's doing here. Yep. So tell us, Kuonji, what are you doing here? I didn't think of any of it at first, since you and Aozaki are close friends, but you were here at this inn from the beginning. Aozaki's here from the future. You could say Sodro was someone here from the past. But you're from the present day. Friend or not, it makes no sense that you would have accompanied Aozaki here. You mean, you were here for your own reasons, Alice? I thought you'd come to help me. What a strange thing to say, Aoko. Have I ever been the sort of person who would come to help out a friend out of the goodness of my heart, despite not hearing from her for years? Ouch. Wouldn't hurt you to sugar... I can't. She used that phrase. If you know, you know. Wouldn't hurt you to sugarcoat it a little. Quarter circle forward. Kuonji, nobody thought twice about why you might be here because we were all so used to seeing you and Aozaki together. But then I noticed a certain name in the hotel register from May 1st, 1997. Kuonji Alice. Which means you were here right at the time when the unidentified star would have been planned to emerge 2 years. Is it a ploy, Kickshaw? That would make sense. Oh my god, it was playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. They're based off nursery rhymes. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's time to fess up. You're the culprit, aren't you? I just came here to recover something I left behind. Or rather, what was stolen from me. 4 years... Oh, there we go. 4 years ago, one of my ploy kickshaws went missing in this inn. Only one. Number 1 shiny star. It looks just like an ordinary gumball machine, except it can grant a single wish. That seems... powerful. That seems very powerful. A gumball machine that can grant... That's... Is that one period or one per person? So wait, is it like the rotating, like the... when you gotcha the gumball, is that like the rotation of the thing? Okay. Well, we can just continue on. Can't believe it was her. But it makes sense. Of course, because it's literally, it was playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And if all of her ploy kickshaws are based off of nursery rhymes, then yeah, that's one of the most famous ones. Oh, goodness, that's cool. The concept for the toy gumball machine was a box of wishing stars. The last witch was inspired to make it... Wait, no, I think this is narration. The last witch was inspired to make it from a similarly styled gumball machine she happened to see on her way home from the grocery store. She was drawn to its novelty. Such things had long since gone out of fashion, and it had clearly been a long time since anyone used it. She inserted a coin, turned the handle, and out popped a gumball with a hearty clunk. There were many different colors and flavors of gum inside, so the witch didn't get the kind she wanted. She then stood there for a moment, taking in the wonder of the situation. I got something completely different from what I was hoping for. It was like life itself. Life is full of moments like these. Struck by inspiration, the witch raced home and began making her idea into reality. I'm sorry, is this a metaphor for gotcha? You don't get what you want, but it's a metaphor for life? Also, you didn't uppercase that one. She would fill her machine with many different wishes. She would gather many different stars. I want to be rich. I want friends. I want a lover. I want a pet dog. I want a job. I want a family. I want to improve. I want to pass my test. I want to get married. I want to be successful. I want to inflate big and round. I want to feel secure. I want to be loved. I want to do that last part over. I want to recover my losses. I want to get back that shine I lost. I want a remaster of Fate Extra to come out, but okay. I want to forget that ever happened. There. Everything is now in place. One turn of the handle, and a wishing star candy will pop out. If it is the same as your dearest wish, the one you hold deep in your heart, if such a miracle were to take place, then that wish must surely be the number 1 wish in the world. The witch named her toy with that concept in mind. Ploy Kickshaw, Wishing Starbox, only one, number 1 shiny star. A tool for granting only one, your number 1 wish. That's the ploy kickshaw I lost at the Kumano Inn 4 years ago. It was a personal wish granter, a box of wishing stars. So it's like a gotcha machine but for wishes? Gotcha does have a novel ring to it. It's too bad I didn't know that term when I made it. Dude, we're talking about gotcha in the gotcha game, what the frick? This is no time to be regretting your naming decisions. That ploy's what's causing this, right? How could you lose something that dangerous? Can't even begin to describe how grossly negligent that was. Please refrain from slander. I told you it was stolen. This was back in 1997. I had to figure out what to do with all the ploys I didn't have any more use for. My house was already over capacity with curses, so I couldn't store any more cursed objects there. But I also couldn't just throw things that dangerous in the trash. That's why I chose this mountain. At first I stayed in a small cottage while I worked to dismantle them, but then I caught sight of this inn. I decided to change venues to somewhere more relaxing and it worked. The work went apace. I perfectly unraveled the cursed power holding the ploys together and completely neutralized them. Then, when I made my way back down the mountain, I made little stone shrines in various places and held memorial services for each of the ploys. However, after I got back to my house, I checked my toolbox and realized I had an extra dismantling tool left over. I realized that I must have lost one of the ploys before I could dismantle it, but couldn't remember what it was. Looking back now, it seems clear that the ox god hiding in this inn's basement swiped it from me and altered my memory so I couldn't clearly remember what I had and hadn't dismantled. The ox god shows people's wishes in the form of their future, so it must have wanted the wishing star box as its new body. It makes sense that it would be drawn to another wish granter. The ox god may kill whoever it shows the future to, but that's not because it hates people. I think it just enjoyed granting people's wishes and only kept producing new victims inadvertently. Wait, isn't that just killing for pleasure? Shush, Shizuki. I feel the same way, but now's not the time. So, you don't know where the wishing star box is either then, Alice? No, I don't. Now do you see? I did nothing wrong, and I'm not responsible for the situation.
Oh, it's not true, Miss Alice. What you meant to say was that you can't take responsibility for it. Oof!
Still, going back to what you said earlier, I don't remember much of May 1999 either, so I'm pretty sure I must have come here then too. For the purposes of this discussion, let's suppose that the wishing star box somehow became activated in 1999. If, around the start of that year, I've heard that the Kumano Hot Springs business was booming, I would have remembered that a ploy was stolen from me 2 years ago and gone to retrieve it. However, since I'm not used to climbing mountains, and I would have known it'd be dangerous, I wouldn't want to go alone. Which means, there's a strong possibility I would have asked someone who is familiar with mountains to come along. Oh, so he was here too. Huh? But according to you, Aoko, that retrieval attempt must have failed. So I would have ended up defeated, and something must have gone wrong with the wishing star box. I see. So in 1999, you came here before I did to try to stop this star thing, but you failed. Now I finally understand why you're summoned here as a servant, Sojiro. You do? Why? The only reason it makes sense for you to be a servant now is if you died on this mountain and were summoned in a spirit body. Yeah. But we saw the adult. Like, everything about the adult Sojiro is extremely confusing because we still have, like, we saw him and then nobody's ever really brought him up again. Where is he? What is he doing? Anyway, at least, wait, did he, like, disappear when I don't know. Anyway, at least now we've identified what the unidentified star is. Anything else we should know about the wishing star box, about Shiny Star, Alice? Because your mother's heirloom mindster ploys aside, I'm not too thrilled at how easily you were able to make something capable of destroying the world. This is just speculation on my part, but I think adding the Ox God's characteristics to it must have strengthened it. If so, then Shiny Star would gain more power with every wish granted. That's probably why there are 5 springs that grant their own wish. Let's say it goes up a grade every time it grants someone's wish and takes their life. You know how often we rate products in stores with a star system? You can think of this just like that. Every wish the Ox God enhanced Shiny Star grants makes it go up a star rating. It granted 5, so now it has 5 stars. That must have been how I was able to defeat you so soundly back in 1999. Why do you look proud of that? It defeated you too, didn't it? I get it. An SSR. SSR? Is that short for something? Oh, sorry, never mind that, Sojiro. It's just a little rem inside joke Senpai likes to make. Oh my god, wait, does this imply that oh my god, wait. Does this imply that every time there's meta humor, it's just rem inside jokes? Wait, I like that justification. More importantly, if Shiny Star's rating is going up, then that must mean you've learned to sound pretty rem yourself, Mash. So 2 years ago, in 1999, Shiny Star used the 5 secret springs to grant guests wishes and upgrade itself. At the time, Aosaki determined that she wasn't able to stop it and send the whole singularity into the future. In doing so, she basically forced the 1999 Shiny Star into becoming a dud. It's an even worse cover-up than tampering with election results, but what's done is done. Let's say she made the right call. Not gonna bring it up. Yeah. Politics was never my strong suit. Same here. That's why I'm not bringing it up. My guess is, Aoko 1 knew that there was no way she could stop the shiny star in that condition. She might not have known exactly how it worked, but from its characteristics and the way it attacked, she probably at least figured out that she had to stop it from granting wishes again. So she kicked the singularity down the road to the next time when Shiny Star would appear, then went there herself to head it off. She must have been trying to lower its rating before she fought it again. That's probably why she said something like, "Nobody's getting their wish granted on my watch." So, Shiny Star granted 2 wishes, youth and annihilated stiff shoulders, which means its rating is at 2 stars. Though it could have just been 1 star if a certain someone had exercised better judgment. Yeah, excuse me for wanting to treat myself for once. Still, this Shiny Star at a 2-star rating should be much weaker than the one Aoko faced in 1999. So does this mean Aoko's plan worked perfectly? Right? I'm glad you at least understand, MASH. All we have to do now is destroy Shiny Star, and this case will well and truly be closed. Of course, we still have to figure out where it is first. I still have no idea. Hang on, there's one thing about this Shiny Star that still isn't adding up for me. If it was granting wishes to upgrade its rating, then whose wish was it granted? Was it just granting its own wish to improve its capabilities? Or was there someone else trying to make Shiny Star stronger so it could grant a bigger wish? Huh? That's an excellent point, Shizuki. You're exactly right. Shiny Star has no desires of its own. It only grants wishes for the people who activate it. Which means someone must have been the first to turn its handle and get lucky with their wish. But to grant that wish, the ploy first had to upgrade its wish-granting capabilities, its star rating as we've been calling it. I'd bet that's also why these hot springs suddenly gained 5 secret ones that each granted a different wish. Oh, that's good to hear. How so? I don't see anything good about this. It means your ploy didn't start making trouble on its own. Just knowing that makes me glad I came here. My only thought is, does Sojiro die and become a ploy? That's my only thought, right? It's like, the way Alice reacts makes me think there's something going on there. I guess that's true. That would mean the real culprit is still at large. Someone at this inn must be holding on to the shiny star in secret. It won't do anything unless it's trying to grant someone's wish, which means someone must have it even now. I suspect you already have an idea who that could be, Tanner. I do? That's amazing, Senpai. Please tell us the answer then. I do? I'm worried my knees are going to give out under all the high hopes you're piling on me, Mash. I know how you feel, so I'll spare you the burden. Thank you. The answer's pretty obvious. Shiny Star disappeared in 1997, right? So that must mean? That's right. There's only one other person here who was also here in 1997. Wait, Kinomi? Kinomi. Oh! You were the one who invited me to stay here 4 years ago, weren't you? Stop, please. Don't say any more. I didn't steal it, I swear. I just found it in my room after you left. I don't mean, you dude, if a super cool gumball machine appeared in my room, I'd spin it. It was you? It was me. But you can't blame me. How was I supposed to know that toy was so dangerous? Well, it is. Now hurry up and hand it over. Once we destroy these hot springs, we'll finally be safe. Okay. I'll go get it. It was all Kinomi, huh? No, wait. Maybe that's not quite right. He did say he just found it in his room. What do you think, Kuonji? I believe him. Even if the Ox God or someone he was possessing stole Shiny Star from my room, it wouldn't have any wishes of its own. It just likes to gather other people's wishes. So someone nearby must have had to be the one to activate Shiny Star. Kinomi must have been the perfect patsy, since he just started living here after the last owner took a liking to him. That being said, what now? Is there still something nagging at you? I still don't understand how this happened. Shiny Star was a failure. Ugh, man, I'm bushed. Here, part of me hates to see it go, but this is it, right? Yep. So this is number one, the only one number one shiny star. That was surprisingly easy. I was expecting you to put up more of a fight, Kenomi. Kumano's welfare comes first. Anyway, you said this will stop the world from ending, right, Prez? That's right. On that, you have my word. Thank you, Kenomi. In the end, we couldn't have done this without you. Oh, so what do you wish for when you turn the handle anyway? I'm not telling you that. Huh? Is it to get all the friends from high school together again? Because that would be so adorable. Wait, Aoko, let me see that. I knew it. Wanwan is in here. Or rather, the stuff that created it. The Ox God must have kept a part of itself inside Shiny Star, so it could still function as Wanwan even if its main body was gone. Shiny Star must have already been half Wanwan when it activated in 1999. You know, just replace the word Wanwan with Xehanort, and this plot just becomes better. Just becomes better. Damn, seriously? Is this all because I made up that name and legend? It just picked up on something you said, Kenomi. If it hadn't been Wanwan, it would have been something else. Anyway, this means we'll need to finish exercising Wanwan first. Let's go to the room of no opening. We should be able to get rid of Wanwan once and for all if we bring Shiny Star to the Omnipotent Spring. After that, I'll let you decide what to do next, Aoko. Whatever you choose, I won't stop you. Wait, that sounds dire. That sounds super dire. What do you mean by that? Huh. Okay, no battles? What do you mean no battles? I thought we were gonna fight this thing. I'll take the lead and let you know if I find any dangerous protrusions along the way. Never thought I'd be going down this pit again. I know what you mean. No wonder they say whatever happens twice happens thrice. I swear, how does life always find a way to make things repeat the things you least want to do? Damn it. I told the director I didn't want to host any more food shows countless times. It looks like everyone made it down safely. I'll go next. Guess we should go down too. Want to go first, Alice? No, you go first. That way you can catch me if I slip and fall. Huh? Why are you acting so scared? If you're that afraid, maybe I should just scoop you up and jump down. Hey, Aoko. What made you think Shizuki died here? It's not like you saw it happen, right? Well, no. Probably didn't even see his body. But I can still tell how he must have died. There's only one way a guy who I could easily see surviving a world-shattering meteorite could end up dead. He died protecting you. Oh my god, are we doing this? I see. If that's what you think, maybe you're right. God, there's something... We're pussyfooting around Mahoyo 2. Maybe 3. I need to play it. I need to play it. Or watch it. I don't know. He said it might not be a game. I hope it is. Okay, I'm ready. Well, we gotta get Tsukihime Remake 2 first, though. It's gotta be next, right? Okay, I'm ready. Let's get this over with. Hand Shiny Star to me, Aoko. Here you go. So, what are you gonna do with it? Good question. What do you think I'm gonna do with it, Tanner? Submerge it. Correct. I can see how you Chaldean mages were able to repair so many singularities. You really know your stuff. Yeah? You're putting it in the water? Won't that rust? For that matter if the hot water gets inside. So the spider's back. It's 1-1. Tsukiji Hosuke, please stand back. It's okay. I can handle this myself. Water snatch? 1-1 disappeared. What was that? Its last lingering traces or something? That's right. The springs grant wishes by appearing as the wishmaker, remember? What you just saw there was the future, the wish of the remains of Wanwan itself that were still hiding in Shiny Star. Of course, now that its body is gone, I was able to defeat it easily since it no longer had any power. I also now understand why I had trouble fighting back against the devil in the reference room. It's because Shiny Star was jamming other ploys. Essentially, it was putting up a kind of field that kept lesser ploys from working. Say, does this mean the name Wanwan is... Alright, I heard someone saying Wanwan, Wanwan in a dream and decided to bore it for Wanwan's name. So, all we have to do now is shut down the ploy Kickshaw. I hate to destroy such a beautiful object, though. Is that really the only way to stop it? I'm afraid so. I still don't know how it got activated in the first place, so our only choice is to dismantle it. What is it, Aozaki? This is... I think I figured it out. Alice wished for Sojiro to come back to life. That was the wish. And that's what activated it to begin with. I'm assuming. What is it, Aozaki? Is there something else you haven't told us? There actually is. This is something you all should know. All of you should know. Once we destroy Shiny Star and the world is safe again, I'll end up going back to my original time and the singularity will disappear. The Kumano Inn will then go back to being the same peaceful inn it was before, aside from all the hauntings anyway. At the same time, it'll be as if the 1999 singularity never happened, since I'm the one keeping the two singularities linked. This means the world-ending threat in 1999 will go away, and destroying Shiny Star here in 2001 will prevent the threat from ever arising here too. That's great. Makes this whole investigation worthwhile. I can finally go home. However, it also means that Sojiro's death will become permanent. Not everything that happens in a singularity goes away, even when a space-time is repaired. People who die in a singularity will still be treated as if they died at that time, even after the singularity is repaired. Facts are always made to line up, regardless of how they happened. So you're saying destroying Shiny Star here won't change the fact that I died at the Kumano Inn in 1999, which means I'll have officially died in 1999 in exchange for closing the case now. I wonder if this is canonically happening like now to ensure he dies in 1999 in like a Mahoyo 2 in a different way. That'd be interesting. Like we're setting him up to die in some way in 1999 because of this. Huh. Which means that I'll have officially died in 1999 in exchange for closing the case now? That's right, it's the surest way to keep the world safe. No thank you. What about my safety? Isn't there any other way? I don't know. Is there any other way? Doesn't seem likely. There is. Since the reason Shizuki died in 1999 was because he got caught up in this whole incident, if we destroy Shiny Star and repair the singularity before he dies, we can save the world and his life. How so? You said he already died, right? Not necessarily. Sojiro died inside a singularity, which means that he's alive. That as long as he's still alive when the singularity ends, the facts will still line up. It's not too late to go back to 1999 either. The only thing keeping the singularity in 2001 is me. If I just undo the lock, we'll automatically go back in time to 2 years ago. At the same time, I can set our own timeline to when that singularity begins. Then all we need to do is destroy Shiny Star before Alice and Sojiro show up, while its damage can still be contained. Okay. So on that note, I have a request to make. I'm sorry, but is it okay if we go back to 1999? Hell yeah, it is! I'm always running in the 90s. Okay, if we're gonna do this, let's do this. But, what are we gonna find when we go back to 1999? I'd like to say it'll be an unbelievable sight, but the truth is, the moment I cut off my magical energy hole in the singularity in 2001, we'll be back in 1999. Singularity back then was something of a disaster zone, so I can't guarantee your safety. Once we get there, find some big rocks to hide behind and look for shiny star. The rest of us will take it from here. Between me, Alice, Tanner, and Mash, I think we stand a good chance. And this time we'll have another advantage. Remember how two of the same thing can't exist at the same time? Well, when we bring the 2001 2-star shiny star back to the same time as the 1999 5-star shiny star, the two shiny stars will combine, and the 5-star one will be detuned to 2 stars. So that's why you didn't let it grant many wishes. That's right. Alka 1 couldn't tell what she was up against, but she figured out a way to weaken it. This is great. Sounds like we got everything going for us. All right then, let's get going. I want to see this world of wishes come true for myself. Not me, thanks. You all go on without me. Huh? Why are you raining our parade, Your Highness? It's a battle to protect the world and save your friend's life, right? Why are you getting cold feet now? Are you that scared of dying? Of course I am, jackass. I don't want to keep my wife waiting for me any longer. Oh my god, he's married? Yeah, me too. Huh? You're married, Your Highness? Even though we all swore we'd be lifelong bachelors when we were in high school? Oh, that's really sad, bro, actually. I'm sorry, Sojiro. I promised her I'd get back safely, so I can't go with you any further. My detective work is done. I'm sure you can all take it from here. Don't give it a second thought. And congrats, Tobimaru. Thanks. Feels weird having you congratulate me twice, but I appreciate it. So, who's the lucky lady? I'm sure my adult self knows, but I don't. It's Kamari. It's Kamari. Oh, you've met. I'll introduce you over the phone sometime. It's probably Kamari. But, like, because who else is there? Unless it's a character from Mahoyo 2. What if it's Riddell? Wait, what if it's Riddell? Wait, it's not. But what if it's Riddell? Well, that clears up that mystery. The reason you went to the old building at 6 on the dock every evening was so that you could call your wife in Tokyo and tell her you're gonna be home soon? Go to hell! Forget this traitor, Shizuki. When all this is done, you should quit your job at his agency. Sorry, Tobimaru, but that's not happening. You're too involved to turn back now. Since you all know what's going on, you're gonna come back to 1999 with me, whether you want to or not. Huh? Wait. That's why you opened up with an apology? So you knew this would happen when you explained the situation to us? I sure did. I knew you'd catch on quick, Tobimaru. Even 10 years later, you're still the best vice president I could ask for. It's gotta be Kamari. It's gotta be. Which is cute, right? It's a cute little one. The backyard. It's like we're playing Guilty Gear. I like to say things and hope my audience understands, and if not, they go out to Google it to understand it. That's kind of how I roll. Oh, we did see this place here before. Okay, stop here. This is where I'm going to undo the lock keeping the singularity in 2001. Once I do, our surroundings should immediately snap back to 1999, kind of like a rubber band. It can be pretty disorienting, so if any of you get motion sick easily, you might want to close your eyes. Are you sure this is a good place? I'm sure. Nobody ever comes here, right? This is the same spot I jumped to when I came here too. I see. So this is where Alcos 2 and onwards have been arriving from. Oh crap. I know I was totally on board with this, but I'm starting to get cold feet. I mean, we're gonna be time traveling to 1999, right? Are we gonna be okay? What if we just up and die? I know Prez has always been fine with stuff like this, but Tanner, Mash, and even Vice Prez are acting like we're just running to the store or something. Me. Kinomi. Who said that? Oh, it's you, Alice. I'm not scared, okay? I've just gotta, pre-battle jitters. Really, that's all. I mean, us supporting characters gotta make sure we don't mess things up for the main cast, right? I see. I never considered you a supporting character myself. I'd say you're an extra at best. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. But never mind that. I wanted to talk to you before we go. I've been thinking about how this happened and I can't come up with a single answer. As far as I can tell, it should be impossible to activate Shiny Star. It was a complete failure. There's a huge hole in the plot needed to work as a fairy tale. What kind of hole? It's right in the name. only one, and number one. That ploy grants wishes that are the only one of their kind. It sounds good in theory. Everyone wants to believe their number one wish is like no other. But that's not the case. Every person's number one wish is the same as everyone else's. There's no such thing as a number one wish that's also the only one of its kind. I want to be successful. I want to be promoted. I want to be a lover. I want to bring someone back to life. That's very telling. The world is chock full of wishes like that. They're as commonplace as the stars in the sky. That's why shiny stars should never actually shine, because there's no such thing as a special one-of-a-kind wish. So I'm going to ask you again, Kenomi. What is it you wished for? I'm not saying... It's going to be to come back and be with friends from high school again, right? It's got to be. I see Alice and Kenomi are talking alone, probably about the wish. You mean the one Kenomi made? Right. I'm surprised he's not even telling Alice, though. I'm not sure I've ever seen him dig his heels in like that. He's probably just sulking. Real heartfelt wishes aren't the kind of thing you usually go around telling others about. He's embarrassed and trying to save face. But never mind him. Are you done yet? I get that we don't need to hurry if we're going back in time, but there's no sense taking longer than necessary either. I know. I just finished setting the coordinates, so all I have to do now is let go. Okay, everyone, get over here. Once you close your eyes and count to 3, we'll all be back in 1999. It won't make any difference, but if you're nervous, you can hold hands. Now, is everyone ready? Of course. Okay, beginning regression canal singularity. Get ready to party at the Kumano Hot Springs like it's 1999 again. Oh, I didn't let the song pop off. Is it actually going to be a different map? Wait, let's see. Is it actually going to give us a different map? Wait, is this event longer than what I thought it is? Wait, I need to see. Okay. Defeat 3 fairy enemies. Defeat in the backyard. Oh, I'm going to need to actually grind. Yeah, we already saw that there. I'm going to need to grind, won't I? Oh no, a star becomes a wish? Let's see here. Oh no, these are just regular quests, so we're good. We're good. Okay. A star becomes a wish. Let's do this. Wait. Is there a chest? No. Okay. That'll be the epilogue. Which I might save for next time, because I'm also going to need to do 2 challenge quests, which is like... Holy moly. There also might be extra quests. They usually throw those in at the end, too. Okay, we're coming out. Fill the machine with many wishes. Gather many stars. One turn of the handle, and a wishing star candy will pop out. If it is the same as your dearest wish, the one you hold deep in your heart, if such a miracle were to take place, then that wish must surely be the number one wish in the world. The witch named her toy with that concept in mind. Ploy Kickshaw, Wishing Starbox. Only one, number one shiny star. A tool for granting only one, your number one wish. It wasn't until later that the witch admitted it was a failure. There is no such thing as the only one, the number one wish in the world. There are countless earnest, precious wishes in the world. There's simply no way that any one person's wish could be number one. Not to mention it's impossible to rank wishes in the first place. So really, the whole concept fell apart the moment the stars shining in the sky were likened to wishes. Hello, human. I'm the fairy tale who took up residence on this mountain. I never had a name before. But now you can call me only one, number one shiny star. Please, tell me your wish so I may grant it. Tell me your number one wish. A wish that's the only one of its kind in the whole world, and one you can never take back. It can be a wish you thought of just now, or one you've been keeping secret for a long time. Huh, okay. Well, wishes are usually something you think about on the spot. They could be rich, or popular, or a ladies' man, but no, those don't seem right. Sure, I'd like those things, but they're not important. One time, I did a fasting bit for a variety show that became a huge hit. My pay went up and I got to move into a real nice apartment. But then I did the same bit over and over, and I was like, if this is the success train, I want to get off, you know? So, like, I wouldn't know what to do with my money if I was rich. Being popular would make other people hate me. And even if I was a ladies' man, well, I wouldn't be able to make any of them happy. Oh, that's really sad, brother. So, I don't think any of those wishes are my number one. I see. Please tell me your wish so I may grant it. Man, you don't back down, do you? I like that. All right, if you want my number one wish, I think it'd be... just once, I'd like to have in the... Huh. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Who am I kidding? There's probably a ton of other people who want with that wish. That's not going to work either. Congratulations. My search has not found any identical results. It seems the wish is the only one of its kind in the whole world. Huh? Your wish will be granted. I promise I will make it the number one wish. It's easy to make only one It's easy to make only one thing the number one thing. I've learned a lot from humans over the past 500 years. My name is only one, number one shiny star. I will become a shiny star and grant your wish. See, the problem with this is I don't know if those squares actually equal English letters, or if they, because when you do it from Japanese, of course, you're going off of Japanese characters, right? Whoa. Okay, I was correct in that there'd be a second one. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Huh. Well, I'm gonna go with you, because then I'll use my own. Actually, no, I'm just gonna throw you in the back. Oops, let's go to this team. I'm gonna throw you in the back. I'm gonna use my own. It's my own are gonna be stronger. This is the team I was using to grind there. You'll get that. You'll get that. I got a bunch of these, which is nice. Get that. Okay. Let's move that up to help out. All right, I think this team should do just fine. I mean, you're not going to do fine. You're literally... Oh, right, I remember talking about, isn't it funny that, like, good against everything except the one? That is kind of funny, right? That is kind of funny, just in terms of the love triangle, you know? Anyways, yeah, let's do this. Sure. He's not efficient, but I'm playing to the story. It's a good wind sound effect. Are these really the Kumano hot springs? Those shooting stars? Whoa. Whoa. Those eyes. I can't believe it. How could it have interpreted the wish so violently? There's enough magical energy in the air to rival the age of gods. Humans cannot operate in this environment. My master should be okay thanks to his Mystic Code's life preservation systems, but Tsukiji and Hosuke will be... Okay? Yes, they're all right. There may not be any oxygen, water, or sunlight here, but there doesn't need to be. We're in a fairy tale world now. As long as you don't push yourselves too hard, regular humans can still operate here. Keep your actions to a bare minimum. If you get injured, it'll be over for you. You don't gotta tell me twice not to be a hero. We're just here to offer advice. Or maybe be cheerleaders. Stopping Shiny Star is your job. You know me now, I'll just stay here and... You know me? No way. This is a disaster. Never mind losing the inn. This could destroy all of Japan. For that matter, how the hell did that wish lead to this? Kinomi, I'm pretty sure everyone at the inn managed to evacuate. When Shiny Star activated, Kumano and Yoshisuke must have sensed the danger. Or rather, panicked when he couldn't find a way to stop it and hurried everyone down the mountain. Really? Am I actually that competent? Of course you are. There's no one better than you at getting as far away from danger as possible. How many times have you tried to minimize the damage for something you wouldn't get so you wouldn't get in too much trouble? Oh yeah, you're right. Way to go, 1999 me. So now what? And what are those? And also, what are those lights swirling around up there? Those are earthbound stars, as opposed to stars in outer space. They're the lights Shiny Star itself called here. When those stars are no longer visible, that's when Shiny Star will become complete. It'll be a ploy kickshot even more powerful than the Mindster's 3 miracles, like the Flat Snark or the Thames Troll. Are you serious? You're not just trying to scare us? So it'll even be stronger than the Wander Snatch. We can't let that happen. True, but we still have some time. How does this sight compare to the one you saw, Aoko? Magical Energy Wind in Aoko 1's footage was stronger than this. She couldn't even get within 50 meters of it. Then we know it's been detuned. Enough that we can at least now get closer to it. Tsukiji, Kinomi, you two stay here. The wind looks like it's blowing from the center of the crater. Is everyone ready to fight? Then let's go. Don't hold anything back. The moment it's in range, destroy it with everything you've got. Actually, this really feels like a final battle. This feels like friggin' RPG final boss. Is that Shiny Star? Huh? Shiba stopped observing? What in the world is happening around that star? Naozaki? It's nothing. Come on, let's go get it. Summon your servants, Tanner. We've had lots of time to prepare. We got plenty of firepower on our side. Failure's not an option. Don't worry about the nearby lights. They're harmless. Just focus on attacking the star. Don't get discouraged, even if weird things start happening. Okay. Weird things? Is it gonna start sprouting Sojiros? Are we getting a redo of the Samurai Remnant event? Just like spawning Sojiros in plug suits? People would pay for that. Well, let's see here. Grand battle. Back to black and white again. Wish register. Okay. Ignore sure hit, pierce, attack, and... Oh, it's just... Okay, well, we're not gonna win. Like, we can't. It's impossible. Good to know. Whoa, game? Game? Didn't like that. Did not like that. Did not like that, brother. It's like, why are you even trying to attack? You're just going to lose. The answer is quite simple. I want to at least put on a show. And sometimes when you have a quest where it's like, hey, you're going to lose anyways, they still expect you to try, right? They still expect you to do something. Yeah, let's try that again. Actually let it not crash. With the black and white filter and everything, it was just like, I don't friggin' know what's going on. Now, my question is, if I do the Wander Snatch attack with with Alice there, the one where like the claw goes over the screen, will that be black and white or will that be in color? Because it'd be really cool if it's in color because it's like on a layer above. I doubt it, but it'd be real cool, you know? There's no way though. There's no way. Come on. Resume. It'd be cool if you just skip the skill animation and we just get going, you know? Let's see. Hey, I'll say this. This game has a good resume feature. Like, truly. It actually fully understands what a good resume feature is if you're on your phone and something happens and it's like, don't worry, we literally saved your last move. Okay, so let's try this again. There we go. Okay. Up this. Okay, one Robin's dead. Diddle, gain. Tames troll, attack up, defense up, nothing. Spend that to get going. It's like, again, it's like super just not gonna matter. I'm just curious what happens if you do Noble Phantasm with this. Will it also not have any audio? Let's see. Okay, that was super chilling with the audio like that. Holy crap, actually. The attack won't go through. Evaluating denied. Oh, ow. Interpreting denied. Ow. Deliberating denied. Okay, you're out. Huh. Are we just back to menu? What are we doing? Okay. Let's see. Because it even says, like, if you have Ignore, Invincible, and Sure Hit, it still won't work. There truly is no way to hurt it. Why can't we actually do anything when we get near that star? I feared the worst when I saw that Shiba had stopped observing this vicinity, and it looks like I was right. Space-time no longer has any meaning near Shiny Star. There's no past, no future, no success, no failure. Everything simply is listed as recorded, no change, as if the recorded universe itself is rejecting it. What? But this kind of phenomenon manipulation would require spirit origin on par with a real star. Where could Shiny Star possibly get that much magical energy? There. It's absorbing the magical energy from the other stars in the sky. Those are wishes. Shiny Star is drawing in wishes from people all around the world. Isn't that right, Alice? To make the one-of-kind wish into the number one, the Shiny Star resorted to the worst possible means. Usually it'd be impossible to make one small wish the number one wish on this planet. But if all the other wishes were to go away, if the one small wish was the only wish left in the world, it'd become the number one by default. That's what all those shooting stars are. The Shiny Star is gathering up every other wish from all of humankind, rejecting them as not number one, and turning them into stardust. That's kind of crazy. I want to cure father's illness. Whoa, that's really sad. I want to let me stay here just one more day. Oh, whose is that? We have to stop it as soon as possible. So then, the world isn't going to end because the magical energy wind destroys everything. It's going to end because humankind will die off once all their wishes are gone? Looks that way. Of course, I had the same thought, that I had to do whatever it took to stop it. But it didn't make any difference. Even though it's been detuned, we still can't get through to it, whether it's with fists or words. Damn it, I made the wrong call. Just stopping it from granting wishes wasn't enough. It's not like you to be so faint-hearted, Aoko. You sound as if you really did come from a future where one person's wish ruined the whole world. Yes, a ploy kickshaw deploying its rules is invincible, but that's only because it's following its own rules. Shiny Star activated on a wish that was the only one of its kind in the world. That's the core powering this messed up fairy tale world. But if that core goes away, the Wishing Star Box would go back to being another third-rate ploy. So you need to find a way to deny the condition enabling it to operate. It doesn't matter what that way is. So, you want Konami to take back his wish? I mean, that's all we had to do? The only problem is neither you nor I can move from here, or we won't be able to keep that magical energy wind contained. Tuimaru and Konami would be vaporized instantly. And it's a good thing we have them here. Shizuki, Tanner, go talk to Konami. I'll cover you as best I can. Mash, you stay here and keep the magical energy wind at bay, can you? Of course. Leave it to me. Wait, you can use your ploy kickshaws here? Yes, as long as they're more valuable than that shiny star. It looks like I have just one ace that fits that bill. I'm gonna send out the Wander Snatch. The mist won't last long in this storm, but it'll still have my folklore defense. That should slow down Shiny Star's growth, but it won't last long. So you'll need to settle this before I completely turn to mist. You and Mash are gonna hold the line here, right? Got it. Then I'll go get Konami to take back his wish. You even have to force it out of him. I can't believe you, Aoko. Don't you see? If you try that, it really will be game over. Huh? Why's that? Even if you could force someone to rescind a heartfelt wish, it would just be empty words. Nothing's going to change with Shiny Star unless and until Konami rescinds his wish and means it. Now do you understand? You stay here and remain on offense. Shiny Star is sure to take notice once Tanner gets close to Konami. So you're going to need to stay here oh, typo, which has been pretty good for the event so far, and fight it one-on-one to make sure it doesn't. You'll be risking your life to act as a decoy, but you've already died lots of times here, so what's one more? Magical energy wind is getting even stronger. Master? You heard them, Sojiro. Let's go talk to him. Whoa. Thanks, you really saved my life there. Of course I'm going to make sure you're safe. Anyway, I actually wanted to talk to you about something. I think I got over half of what Ozaki and Kuonji were talking about. I understand that we need to stop the shiny star, or the whole Earth will be in trouble. I also get that it might not be so easy because Konami is surprisingly stubborn in refusing to help. So I was thinking, if this new plan just doesn't work, let's go back to the old one. Wait, the old one? So we'd go back to 2001 and you'd... Oh my god, it's playing his theme. Yeah, that one. You said you're originally from 2019, right? So once your work is all done, I'd like you to promise me you'll visit the Kuonji estate at least once a year in my absence. Oh, Sojiro. Don't tell anyone else, okay? Anyway, let's just focus on convincing Konami to help us. His theme is so sad to me. There is such a sadness and sacrifice in his theme. It's so good. So please, Konami, tell us what you wished for. No way. What are you sulking about, especially at your age? Don't you get that the whole world's gonna end unless you tell us? I'm not saying. Please, Konami, we won't laugh no matter what it is. I'm still not saying. Besides, look around. There's no way I could be responsible for this kind of disaster. Sure, I get the feeling I talked to Wanwan in a dream once, but how could it possibly lead to this? Just a regular handsome innkeeper who used to be a comedian and just wants to enjoy every day. Alice and the Prez will figure something out. We can just hide out here and cheer them on. I don't want to have to do this, but... My wish is to open a bakery with the person I love. I see. That's adorable. That's adorable. If that's real, that's adorable. Because there's a lot to that I think would be so cute. I see. That's a great goal. I appreciate you telling us that, even though it made you blush, which means it's real! That was just nothing to do with mine. I didn't wish for anything nearly so admirable. I'm just plain old Kinomi Hosuke. Just carry me to a graveyard and bury me with the rest of the planet. Alright, you leave me no choice. I'll just have to break an arm or two until you fess up. No, Ozaki already thought of that, and it apparently won't work. It's okay. I thought this might happen, seeing how it's Kinomi and all. We'll just have to do this a different way. Tanner, you can still reach Ozaki, right? Ask her to go back to 2001 and destroy the wishing star box there. Then this will all be over. Soju... I can't take this anymore. You got me so distracted I let that explosion hit me. Nobody's gonna make fun of your wish, you idiot. We're not gonna reject it or even scold you for it. If the wish is that important to you, we just want to know what it is because we're friends. Now hurry up and tell us already. What did you wish for? I just wanted her to become number one. That's all there was to it. Her? Was it the freaking idol? Wait, was it the friggin' idol? Because remember, there was all the posters of the idol. Oh my god, wait. I completely forgot about that. Wait, was it literally? Yeah, I'm looking at idol and I want to be number one. Oh my god, is that literally what this comes down to? Because of your Oshi? Your Oshi who's your bias? Dude, look at this background they made that will never be used again. Wow. I'd spent 2 years running my own variety show on my hometown's local network, and another 2 working in Tokyo after I'd made enough of a name for myself. As a comedian, I was a reliable source of ratings. Of course, it helped that it was my dream job, but I was also lucky that a big agency took me under its wing. I think its name was like Johnny or something. Yeah, nothing will ever go wrong with those guys. And then my show on the local network managed to become weirdly popular. My older colleagues didn't care for me, but so what? I'm used to being looked down on and underestimated. Besides, it's true that I'm a soft touch. I'm too easy on myself. I hate adversity, and I cry at the drop of a hat. I figured I could never match up to anybody who put in real effort. Or rather, it would be unthinkable if I did. All I ever wanted was to enjoy myself.
Man, I love how easygoing your segments are, Yoshisuke. Nobody's on edge, and even the guests who hate each other are behaving. Well, I became an AD because I always wanted to be in showbiz, but I started having second thoughts when I found out how it dashes hopes and dreams. Oh, but your improvised live segments, we're always flying by the seat of our pants, are exactly the kind of thing I always dreamed of doing. The only part about working with you that kind of sucks is how bad the catered lunches are.
My appeal is that I never took anything seriously. I could make anything at least kind of fun. So I can't blame other people for looking at me and thinking I was an irresponsible slacker. From their perspective, I was way more popular than I deserved and made a good living off of it, and I still only ever ate convenience store food. I was all ready to accept that I'd let the wind take my life wherever it wanted until people got bored of me. It was the idol. First time I saw her was pure coincidence. She happened to be performing on a tiny stage in the department store where I was doing my shopping. I've seen this. I've seen like a local idol performance like this in Japan. It's amazing. Her name was Mizushima Masago. It didn't really roll off the tongue. Her looks, singing, and dancing were all okay at best. And yet there was something about her that drew me in. Maybe it's because I was feeling stuck myself. Watching her made me want to do something to help. Not as Kumano and Yoshisuke, but as Kinomi Hosuke. As I watched her performance, I realized something about her. She had no stamina. At all. She physically didn't have what it took to be an idol. I'm no swan myself, but I've been in show business long enough to know that the brighter a world shines, the harder, lonelier, and emptier it is behind the scenes. Still, I cheered her on. I supported her as best I could. But without any connections to the idol industry, she never caught the eye of anyone who could help her break out. One day our paths happened to cross and we were both booked to perform at an amusement park show. She said she'd never been to an amusement park before, so I suggested we ride the Ferris wheel during our break. Don't worry, nobody's gonna care if you're seen with me. I'm the industry's laughingstock. Whatever happens, they'll just write me off as a joke and that'll be that. When you get right down to it, I'm just a dumb comedian. As long as people laugh at me, my job is done. I've never laughed at your banter, Yoshisuke. Damn, really? Man, having a cute girl tell you you're not funny right to your face really hurts. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I mean that your banter always cheers me up. You're not trying to make people laugh. Most comedians seem like they want to make people laugh and that's all, but not you. It's more like you'd rather the world be the one where you can laugh. That's why you work so hard to get where you are now. It's not that you're fine with being laughed at. You just care more about being able to laugh yourself. What makes you think that? I guess because I'm the same way. I'm not actually that confident in myself. If I'm being honest, I think this whole idol business is messed up. But I love having other people hear my voice. That's what helps me keep going with my singing and dancing, even though I'm not that good at either of them. Whether you're an idol or a comedian, it's hard being in showbiz, isn't it? It might look like fun, but pretending to have fun when you're not, well, that's just really sad, don't you think? That was the first and last time we spoke. It was also when I stopped personally supporting her. I didn't feel like I was worthy to support someone like her, and I also didn't want to let anything slip if we met on set again. I was sure she would succeed eventually. I really was, but it never happened. Huh? Why is the script being rewritten? Did something happen today? Oh, you haven't heard yet, Yoshisuke? There was a girl who Oh my god! There was a girl who collapsed on stage and died in the hospital. What was her name again? Mizushima something? Yeah, they said she'd always been kind of sickly. Oh my god, dude. That was when I learned that Masago had weak kidneys and had to do dialysis several times a week since she was little. They said she died from exhaustion, but it wasn't long before I heard all kinds of nasty stories about her I would have just as soon remained ignorant of. Never mind them, they're not worth telling. Once she was gone, all Masago left behind was 3 singles and a few recordings of her concerts taken with cheap cameras. I got so fed up with the whole thing I left show business and went off the grid for a while until I ended up at the Kumano Inn and headed off with the previous owner. I enjoyed working at the inn more than I thought. Sometimes we'd get guests I never expected to see. This is really sad. As an employee, I was allowed to customize the inn however I liked. I could put up all the posters I wanted and no one ever complained. Then one day, Wan spoke to me, said to tell him my wish so he could grant it. I didn't know if I was dreaming or awake, and I didn't care. Once he said that, all the feelings I kept bottled up came pouring out. So I told him. I told Wan exactly what I've been wishing for. I didn't ask for anything impossible like bringing her back to life. I just wanted her to be the top idol in the world for at least once. Hell, lots of times if I'm being honest. And I still want that. Even now, I sometimes dream of her taking first place on the charts and in competitions. But that's a super common dream. There was no way it could be the only one of its kind like Wan said it would be. So I figured Wan would just sigh in disappointment and go away, but instead... Congratulations. It seems that wish is the only one of its kind in the world. What? Are you kidding me? The only one of its kind in the whole damn world? I'm the only one. Not a single other... That's really sad! Oh my god! I'm the only one? Not a single other person still remembers her songs? She was so lonely, but she worked so hard and she made some beautiful music. Are you telling me not a single damn person in the whole world wanted to see her succeed? You're wrong. That can't be true. No way in hell. Tell me it ain't true. So there you go. That's what I wished for. Now do you get it? Even if the whole world really is in danger, there's nothing I can do. I can't lie and say I was just kidding and ask to take that wish back now. Even now, I still want to see her be number one. Now I see. You weren't climbing up out of self-preservation. You did it because you were angry. Konomi, your wish. Your anger, I couldn't reject it even if I wanted to. Yeah, it's about how you feel. Nobody can deny how people feel about these kinds of things. Deliberating, denied. Deliberating, denied. Deliberating, denied. Deliberating, denied. This wish is still the only one of its kind. This is... Wait, what if we also wish for it now too? This is still the number one wish. Just once, I'd like Mizushima Masago to have the most popular song in the world. This wish was not made out of self-interest. This wish was not made for calculated purposes. This wish was not made to satisfy a desire. This wish is absurd. This wish is interesting. This wish is beautiful. By granting it, I am being fair and impartial. What if we wish for it too? Tanner, never mind what I said before. We're gonna destroy that thing here and now. I want to, but how are we gonna bring that star down to Earth? Yeah, I hate to admit it, but Shiny Star's logic is flawless. Not even Konomi can deny what he wished for. At this point, our only hope is to... Well, of course. You can't take back a wish made from the heart. Shiny Star's dead right about that. Knowing you were the only person in the whole world to wish for that idol's success, no wonder you were too upset to tell us. You did nothing wrong, Konomi. I'm sorry I said you were sulking. Huh? What's this about, Your Highness? Just shut up for a moment. I'm about to close this case nice and neatly. It's said that this wish is still the only one of its kind, and it's still the number one wish. What a con job. That's not your wish anymore, Konomi. It's its own. Hey, Shiny Star. Seems to me like you're just trying to raise your own rep by making this wish out to be more valuable than it really is. Fine then. I'll play along with your game. If you care about the rules that much, then listen up. You say Konomi's wish was the only one? That nobody else wanted to see her succeed? Well, you're dead wrong. There's no way that wish is one of a kind. Because I wished for it too, bastard! Oh, this is good. This is good! Oh my god! Storytelling! Oh my god. And all it cost me was $200 to read this story. I mean, I didn't have to pay for them. But I did. That's the fun part. You say Konomi... Okay, yeah, we just did this one. Yep. Yep. Testimony. Verifying. Considering. Priority. Priority. Top priority. No way. You know about Masago too, Your Highness? Of course I do. How do you think I tracked you down all the way down out here? It's because I had something for you. Here. This is yours. It's just one part of the whole pack. Letters? Oh. Wait. Is this my handwriting? What are you doing with those, Your Highness? You're creeping me out. What, is your memory even worse than Robin's? Those are fan letters you wrote, you idiot. Way back when you were cheering her on, you used to write her long handwritten letters every time she got a gig. You'd tell her what she did really well, what she did great, what she could stand to improve. Honestly, I'm amazed you could write the same damn things so many times. I had a headache just reading through them. You read my personal mail? What are you, a paparazzo? I had to as part of my job, dumbass. I needed something to track you down, and these are my only lead. The only reason I have them is because my client lent them to me. They said your letters were their late daughter's most prized possession. So sad! Masago knew she didn't have a long life ahead of her, but she still wanted to spend it doing what she wanted. Sure, being an aspiring idol was hard for her in lots of ways, but the last 2 years of her life, she was genuinely happy. Her parents told me these fan letters you wrote inspired her to keep going. Like I said, they were her most prized possession. Her parents started looking for a detective so they could return the letters to the guy who sent them. Eventually, they found out I used to know him back in high school, and that's how I got the case. Unfortunately, there are almost no leads to go on. All they had were the letters and videos of some of their daughter's gigs. I figured knowing what kind of singers she was could help, so I watched them over and over, and well, their songs weren't exactly my taste, but everything else about them was really good. I don't know the first thing about singing, but seeing her effort, her emotion, and the joy she got from performing, even I could tell how brightly she shone on stage. I didn't think it was possible to become genuinely fond of someone you didn't know before. But Mizushima Masago was the real deal. She made me a fan, and I earned the cold shoulder from my wife. Now, go on. Stand up and take these. There's nothing sad about this at least, right? Oh, I see. So you're just riding the bandwagon, huh? I was her fan before you'd even heard her name. Oh, you did it, Tsukiji. Look how happy Kinomi is. He really did. There's no way Shiny Star could have seen that coming. Not recognized. Error. Impossible. That testimony cannot be real. My aggregation was perfect. Yeah, maybe back in 1997 when you started gathering wishes. But I hadn't gotten the request to find Kinomi back then. That didn't happen until 4 years later in 2001. So I didn't learn about Mizushima Masago until after you collected your data. No I was gonna say something else. No fair? I know how you must feel. You can blame Ozaki for cheating if you want, but first, it's time to get to work, Shiny Star. You say you're fair and impartial? Prove it. Try gathering your data again. Deliberating, deliberating, deliberating. Testimony unknown. Evidence unknown. Verifying, verifying. No results found. No results found. Results found. Evidence validated. Verification improved. Deliberation impossible. Results found, results found. Well, they slowed. They didn't stop. Shiny Star's world is shutting down. Hurry, everyone. Now's our chance to destroy it. I'll be right there. Come on, Senpai, Sojiro. Hell yeah. Thanks, Kinomi. Just go save the world already. I needed to live, you know. Huh, youth. Look at them running off so happy, like they've already won. Still, it's only right us old hands show them how it's done, seeing as we were the star players for this case. This wish might have been number one, but it definitely wasn't the only one of its kind. This is what showing your true colors looks like. Dude, Aozaki, breaking toys is still what you're best at, right? You know it. I have some thoughts about your choice of words, but I'll gladly take it from here. This is it, Shiny Star. In the end, you were just a broken toy. A wishing well that never got what it really means to be number one. Collecting lots of wishes and stars isn't necessarily a bad thing by itself. But sacrificing other wishes is just a selfish desire, not a wish. Unfortunately for you, I think I've died more than enough times. This time it's your turn. This is ending so strongly. This is really ending strongly. Only 4 servants? That's fine. We can do this. Let's see here. Well, actually, you'd be really good, actually. I'm gonna bring you in. Okay. Let's go manual setup. Okay, we'll have you. She's probably gonna have an NPC bonus, so that's fine. We'll bring in you. I mean, Sojiro is not good for this. But I should do it for the meme. Do it for the meme! That's what I'm gonna do. And then... for you at the back. Okay. Because then... it'll be fine. If one dies, we have another. Right? Because she'll probably, like, have a bonus where she maybe, like, starts off in her mode or something. Okay. Let's do this. There's a chance that Sojiro just dies immediately. There is absolutely a chance. Will we have color this time? Probably. It's loading the color. Oh, it's a different song. Oh, no. Don't know this song. Sick. Sick. He gets guts and everything? Wait. Sick as hell. Immune to debuffs, chance of skill seal. Okay. Let's start with that. Yeah, let's start with because we can do a full combo with you, which will be really good. I'm gonna give this to you just to get you that going. We could actually probably do a lot if we just attack with you right away. What is this Sonic song? Yeah, well, we don't want to pop that because we'll get the other one going there. This sounds like, please don't override the music. Please, like, keep it going. Because it's a good song. Good. Good. They're keeping the music going. Good. They knew what to do. I'm very happy. If they didn't have this happen, I would be sad. Nice. Time blink is going. Cool. Judgment assessment. NP loss and stuff down. That sucks. Okay. Let me get this going with you. So you can start dodging. That's a lot of meter, actually. So this gives... Oh, we could... I'm gonna hold off because I want to pop super after. Right? We will do that after, but for now we're not going to. Okay, get this going with you. I don't think we've seen what your Noble Phantasm is in this one. Is it different or the same? I don't actually know. Do you have dodge? Evade death damage. That's what we'll put on you there. Let's go 1, 2, 3. So I want to break the gauge and then we'll try popping popping outgoes there. Yeah, we haven't done it in this one. What is this one going to be? Is it just going to be this second one in a different outfit? Oh yeah, it's just the first one. Okay. We might just get this. Yeah, we will. Okay. Gauge break. Situation unknown. Commence reconsideration. Remove buff. Ah, that MP loss is annoying though. No, I want to pop. We're getting NP strength down too. Okay. I'm real curious how strong that'll be with all those downs, right? It'd be nice if we could remove them. I don't think we can. Okay, let's see here. So how many guts do you have? Did you have unlimited or something? 4 more guts? Holy moly, okay. Start with this, see how much this does. Means resist down, but I'm curious about it. Pierce and everything's on. Yeah, people did point out the snow that's there does look similar to what's going on with the Wonder Snatch. Right, there, that did nothing. There is something there that might be interesting. Where's the hit? The hitbox is like weirdly in a weird spot for it. Okay, don't suck our meter because I want to pop it without go there. Okay. Let's go with this. There we go. Oh, it's 100? Never. I didn't know it was 100. Oh my
仕事の
goodness.
時間よ。偵察気をつけて。
Okay. Yeah, no need for that because it'll won't have enough next turn. Apply invincible.
乗ってきたわね。
Get 6 more bullets. We've not used this yet, so I'm real excited too.
このプランよね。
All right, we actually get to see it. Finally. Took till now. Come on. I want to see it. Come on. Hope it didn't freeze. There we go.
魔力溢れすぎてごめんあそばせ。地球の女には飽きたでしょ。とっておきのツアーに入れてあげる。お代は結構出世払いで返してね。
So freaking cool.
おしゃべり二つ。
Does it use all of your magic bullets? Wait, that's cool. Oh, we just got under. Hopeless whiteout. Oh, hey, you gave us meter. Okay. Well, let's just beat you here.
いいわ。まだ展開。
Start with this here.
履修金。そこで。金星まで行ってこい。
Did not give me as much meter as I expected. There we go. Not recognized. The outcome is unacceptable. Okay. It's got a lot going on. You have so many guts, buddy. It's quite nice. Okay. Pop this. I'm gonna pop this with you and go to Buster, even though it really doesn't matter. And then we're gonna go. Let's do a triple. No. Let's go up to get more meter back, maybe? Well, what's your thing here? Gain resistance to all. Oh, so we want to be doing triples. Okay. Well, let's do this for now then. Let's go, because if that's what we want to do, let's go.
そうね。いいわ。
Let's do this here, because then we'll do damage and then do a full combo to break through your guard, right? So we got to do at least a couple hits of that. We need a couple turns of full combos, and then we'll be good to go.
開演の時ね。
It's a slow version.
空を仰いで恐れなさい。マインスターの3つの秘跡。グレート3、フラットスナーク。小さくなあれ。あなたの負けよ。
Now we're gonna need to break through because it'll heal most of that back up. Okay. Oh boy, Sojiro is about to die. Shall we let him go out in a blaze of glory? 200%. It's not worth it for what we're doing. What might be though is this, right? Here, what we can do is we can pop this on him. There we go. Wait, is it one turn? Wait, is it a one turn guts? Oh my god, it's one turn. Never mind. Well then we'll go 1, 2. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Double it up.
ストレンジダウン、チャームトップ、術式拡大、衛星電解放、バーナー点火、行くわよ。アースライト、ターボ。
I did a good amount. That also actually did a pretty good amount, all things considered. Okay, it's gonna pop super on us, and it's gonna kill him. And Alice, actually.
大したものね。
Okay. Alright, we got this, though. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. Uh-oh. We've reached the end of the game memory. We're gonna have to see that turn again, aren't we? Great. We're gonna need to see that again. What if I don't let Sojiro die this time? What about that, actually? We'll see. That might be better, actually. Maybe I should redo that turn. And just instead have Aoko loop into herself. That might be better. Let's see. I will be reading their profiles and listening to all their voice lines after as well. But that'll be in a little bit, right? That's why I say I'll probably leave the epilogue and the challenge quests till next time, right? Well, maybe not the epilogue, because actually if that unlocks some bonus missions and stuff, I should probably do that so I can grind it away myself. Probably the challenge quests, voice lines, all that stuff I'll do in a separate one, though. Especially because, like, I've unlocked all their profiles all the way up to level 5, so we'll definitely want to do that. Resume. Let's see, where is it going to put us? Will our boy get one more chance? It is funny, I'm having more trouble with this battle than Ort, right? Okay, so I do have another chance. Good. Let's let him survive and do this to wrap back around and get more stuff. Let's see how much we... So you got 5% back. Now, your meter gain is not super great. But then again, you naturally grow meter too, so that is pretty good. Okay. You're out. Oh, he's just gonna die anyways. Well. It's okay, it was probably for the best that that happened that way then. I swear to God. I swear to God. Are you... Okay, good. I was getting real worried that this would just be how it goes then. We could do a full Manan and Maclear combo. Pop that. Get this going with us. Pop this. Load them. Get in stars. Go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good to go. How many more till that's gone? Okay, that's gone now. So yeah, we basically won. Oh, we've definitely won. That'll be that then. Yep. Oh, that did 500,000 damage. That did so much damage. That did so much damage. We could have won so quickly if we brought you out earlier, huh? Sojiro was doing his best, though. The lad was trying his best. It is really funny. Just Manan comes out and just basically one-shots the final HP bar. Holy moly. This makes me think there'll be more quests here or something. Maybe that's why there's 2 challenge quests. It'll be 1 for each time. Oh, maybe. and the snow. Interesting visual for what's been going on. Well, wishes. The wishes were shattered. Perhaps they would have come true if they'd been left alone. Some wishes dreamed hazily that things might happen in the future. Some wishes dreamed of the past, where it was now too late to do anything. But right now, in the present, everything is wrapping up perfectly. Maybe we could have seen some real magic remaking the world in exchange for all the wishes in it. But the man who dreamed. Ending like this doesn't seem quite right. Wishes aren't the only thing you can't take back. My number one wish wasn't anything special, and stars aren't meant to burst. They're supposed to orbit. The bright starry sky peered down as other stars scattered across it. Despite the sad sight, the man looked up at it with a proud expression on his face. That's it. That's how stars ought to be. It's like you can see them when you're awake, and they provide light when you're asleep. Nothing else twinkles like them. They're fun to look at, but there's also something lonesome about them. As the man murmured those words like poetry, the collapse of 1999 was undone. It's really cool that that used the same effect of Aoko's magic there. I couldn't even tell that was meant to be the pond center there. Thank you. Well, in the end, a star becomes a wish. So yeah, I think I should at least... Is there anything left here even? Not right now, but there might be later. Let's at least finish up the story. Because then if it unlocks missions there... Oh, Node 1. Now what's Node 2 going to be? That way it'll at least let us know what's going on there. This edition of Node 1 reward is really nice, actually. I kind of hope that's how it is going forward. Please let us have that more. I don't remember it doing that almost ever. Maybe it does that at some point, but I do not remember it happening. Are you all ready to go? Everyone have everything? Good. Because in about 30 minutes, the singularity will disappear and it'll be back to the regular Kumano hot springs. When that happens, Tanner, Mash, Servant Sojiro, and I will all return to our respective timelines. Anyone who is already here will stay here, though. Although their memories of the singularity will be a little fuzzy. Yes, we know. We finished cleaning our room. Oh my god, you cleaned the room of the singularity that says so much about you. So we're ready to leave at any time. Thanks for giving us such a great room, Kumanoin. I'm glad to hear that. If you enjoyed your stay, I hope you'll come visit us again. You said you were both from 2019, yes? Then I'll do my best to keep the inn in business till then. Are you wearing your disguise again? You look shadier than ever dressed like that. Well, you know, since it's goodbye and all, I thought I'd make extra sure the newcomers remember me. Bye, Tanner and Mash. I'll have twice as many hot springs here when you visit in 18 years. Hang on, am I gonna disappear when the singularity does? No, I'm not sure, still not sure why, but you're registered as a heroic spirit in the throne now, so you'll be summoned independently from the original Sojiro, although that might only apply to Caldia. Right, your servant self and your original self from this time are different people. Come to think of it, yeah, thank you! Where did the original Sojiro go? It would have been confusing having two of the same person in one place, right? So my guess is Aoko-1 spotted him walking around the inn and hurled him back to Tokyo. Oh, so that's why you went off with that scary look on your face the first afternoon. That makes sense, okay. Hey, Just wanted to stop by since it looks like this is it. Thanks for helping me out on that misty day. It ain't often you get to experience something like that. Sucks I won't remember you guys, but at least you'll remember me, right? I can live with that. And hey, if someone you know ever buys some haunted property and gets cursed, give me a call. If you tell me you know my secret, I'll probably panic and give you a discount. Hello. Allow me to apologize once again. Or allow me to once again apologize for all the trouble I caused you. Now that the ox god is gone, gone, I no longer have any reason to stay at this mountain. But fortunately, Lord Sugitani has agreed to help me search for my master. A puppet, huh? You have a master? It is good to have a goal. It sounds like your trip still has a long way to go. So please take care, and let me know if you ever need my help. It's Toko, right? That's the only puppet master I could see. You know, you really had us fooled, Kuonji. You knew what was happening here the whole time. This isn't a mystery novel where the least suspicious person is the culprit. Why didn't you speak up sooner? I didn't know about the connection between Wanwan and Shiny Star. Or rather, I didn't think there was one. I was planning to find Shiny Star on my own once we dealt with Wanwan and solved Aoko's serial murder mystery. Huh? So you didn't invite Aoko to your room on the first night so you could cover up evidence. Instead, I just wanted to talk with her for the first time in a while. I've seen you and Shizuki a few times since we graduated, but I haven't heard from Aoko. Oh, that explains it. I thought that was weird. The Alice I knew would never go in an outdoor bath with a girl she'd only just met. Now I see. You pushed yourself to keep us company because it'd been so long since we'd seen each other. It wasn't that big a deal. Our time together was just so short. We never had a chance to go on a trip together. It's really sad. Why is this so sad? Thank you all again for your help. Are you leaving already? The air surrounding this inn is so much lighter now. I'm sure it won't be long before it becomes popular again. What am I going to do now? Well, there aren't any evil spirits that need exorcising anymore, but Mr. Kumano begged me to stay here anyway. He said there'd be debt collectors coming that are scarier than any evil spirits. He was hoping I could twist them just a little to scare them away. What a rascal that innkeeper is. So it looks like I'll be staying here for a while longer. I guess this makes me this inn's new guardian. Looks like this is goodbye for me, too. Gotta make my regular check-in with the wife in the old building. Anything you want me to pass on to her, Ozaki? I know she'd love to hear from you. It's absolutely Kamari. Tell her I'm doing well, and I hope you are too. Also, I'm officially calling our CD versus cassette debate a draw. Who was on which side? Are you serious? Well, I guess that does sound like something you'd say, and at least it'll be easy to remember. Goodbye, Tanner, Mesh. Wish I could have heard more about the future, but you gave me a good sense of it anyway. Sounds like things might be a little bleak, but at least I learned there are good people like you to rise to the challenge. Oh, perfect timing. I was hoping I might catch you before you left. I have no idea what happened or changed after that incident, but I can tell from looks on your faces that you accomplished something big. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you. I'm sure it must have been quite a spectacle. No, looks like our taxi is here. Hey, not that way, oh dear. I'm sorry for leaving so suddenly, but I'm afraid we must be on our way now. Still, I do hope you'll invite me the next time something like this happens. Excuse me, are you the Kumano Inn's detectives? Hello? Who's this? Oh my god, are we actually seeing them? Wow. This must be so confusing to anyone who does not know Garden of Sinners, because that just looks like Ritsuka Fujimaru. Oh god, what did he sound like even? Well, it wasn't dubbed, right? He was just kind of quiet. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. My wife's told me all about you. It sounds like you helped her out a lot. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but she's always been something of a sucker for ghost stories, so... Alright, so I'm gonna introduce myself, have I? I'm Ryogi Mikia. You took her last name? I think I heard that fact. I think that is a thing that someone told me. Oh, right. That's crazy. But then again, it's yeah, I would also if she had that powerful of a last name. Please forgive me for not paying my respects sooner. Our daughter hasn't been feeling well lately, so I've been busy taking care of her. Go on, Mana. Can you say hello to your mother's friends? I'm sorry. She's still dealing with a fever. Anyway, I'm sorry to chat and run, but we'd better be on our way now. Thank you again for everything. Bye-bye. I'm just imagining like an FGO player who does not know Garden of Sinners playing this and going like, why does that look like Fujimaru? Even though it's literally just because it's art style, right? You know, it might be kind of late to be asking this, but what's Caldia like anyway, Tanner? Huh, I see. Sometimes busy, sometimes chaotic, sometimes relaxing, sometimes nostalgic, huh? That sounds like a great workplace. Might even be a good fit for Shizuki. You probably know this by now, but he really just moves at his own pace. Yeah, he has to, because he has no basal ganglia. That's not fair. I prefer to think of it as doing what I can where I can. Tanner's the same way. We might take risks, but we don't go overboard. Oh, sorry to interrupt your admiration, Mash, but whoop. But I hope you know you're going to need to rein him in so he doesn't get too out of hand. Anyway, since you two are so alike, I have a question for you. Why did you believe me and agree to help? Alco 1 was acting super suspicious the whole time, right? That's true. It was clear from the start that something wasn't right. But that doesn't mean I didn't trust her. Knowing you, it was pretty much a given that you were just trying to help. Tanner said something similar. Well, maybe not with words, but with your spirit, the way you expressed yourself, right? Okay, we're here. Time to start erasing this singularity. When this is over, I'll be back where I belong, and you guys will go back to Caldia. That includes you too, Sojiro. You're gonna keep working for humanity as a servant. What about you, Miss Kuonji? I'm originally from this time, so I'm just gonna see you all off. Aoko might have come from the far future, that is, your present. But from your perspective, I'm just a stranger from the distant past. Still, the bond we developed here may be enough that I might end up dropping by Caldia myself. It does sound like you can use all the help you can get after all, so if that happens, I won't be too upset. Me neither. I would love to see you again if we can. That's really nice of you, Mash. So, because you and Tanner are so nice, and you didn't give up on me even after I've been murdered several times, I have a present for you. But first, answer me this. Were you looking for the left Holy Grail or the right one? I'm sorry, you just give me two? Two of them? What should we do, Master? I think those might be synthetic Holy Grails. That's right. These aren't your ordinary Holy Grails, but don't worry, you can still use them just like any other. I embedded the magical energy I used to send the singularity through time and hold it in place into a couple pieces of the shiny star. Then I had Alice make them look like proper Holy Grails. You helped both a magician and a witch set things right after they messed up, after all. It's the least we can do to thank you. Two of them is crazy work. Don't mind if we do, then. Oh, looks like it's time. Goodbye, Tanner, Mash, Alice, and Sojiro. Wasn't always easy, but I'd still had a blast. I can already tell it's gonna be another fond memory for me. And hey, unlike Alice, I always show up right away when I'm called on, so I'll definitely see you again if the world's ever in serious trouble. She just had to go with another foreboding statement, didn't she? But that's just the way Ozaki is. Anyway, that's it for us. We're counting on you to take it from here, Alice. I'm sure my present-day self will show up soon after I'm gone, so will you fill him in on everything that happened? Okay. It'll be a little bit of a hassle, but I'll make sure I remember. In exchange, can I touch your right hand? Yeah, what was with his hand? Sure, here you go. I'm sorry. What happened? Alice? What happened? Like, the obvious implication is Alice is the reason that Sojiro loses his hand, right? But, like, It's nothing. Thank you for staying well. It looks like the Singularity's time is up. These last 6 days have been a lot of fun. I guess human mages aren't all bad after all. But now, this miracle's about to end. May everyone get back to their proper time. Farewell, Summoner of Caldia. I'm sure your nights won't all be peaceful, but I pray you'll be suitably rewarded when they're over. Goodbye. May we meet again beneath the stars. Goodbye, until next time. In Mahoyo too, right? Right? See you all in Witch on the Thanksgiving dinner. Witch on the Labor Day weekend. Dude, Witch on the Groundhog Day would go crazy, though. So, like, why... Wait, one? Is it gonna open up a second time? Wait, what? But... Huh? But I want to grind! Well, I gotta do this, then. She said there was 2. So where's the second? Why do we only get 1? Unless it's just sent to my box as an extra present. The end. Oh, man. Ozaki already there. Can't believe I messed up that bad. I mean, I don't want to believe it. Well, the situation is what I find hard to believe. What are you doing at Caldia before me? Aren't you usually supposed to let a little time pass before you just show up? Hey, I took plenty of time to get here. You were just slow to race shift, that's all. Although it did help that Tanner and Mesh's signals were so easy to recognize. That helped me jump here in no time, and my head feels great too thanks to all that information you shared. That's great to hear. Since you and Sojiro both just got here, would you like us to show you around? Maybe later. I need to spoil the mood by admitting that I came here on my own power, so I need to leave soon. Excuse me, Tanner. Could you come see me right away? I have a question or 3 for you about the Holy Grails you just submitted. Senpai, I think this means the engineering team is conducting an official investigation. You should explain what happened or you'll be stuck taking a remedial study course for a whole day. Oh, crap, we better hurry then. See you too soon, okay? So she has to go again? Okay. Oh, okay, I guess you're just leaving again. But are we just gonna then summon our Aoko after? Okay, now that I got to see them doing well, I better be off on my own way. Give them my regards, okay? Don't be ridiculous. No matter how you put it, that's just leaving them high and dry. It's rude. You make it sound like I'm dining and dashing. Ah, fine, I'm really pushing my luck, but I guess I can stay a little longer. There you go. You wouldn't be you wouldn't be you if you always took the easy way out. Yeah, our recklessness is nothing compared to yours. I don't know whether to be flattered or offended by that. All right then, tell me this. There's still one thing about what Tanner told me I don't get. Way back when all this started in 1999, I'd already lost. There was nothing I could do to turn things around. Apparently, I told you that I sent this singularity into the future because I couldn't win. But how could I pull off a big move like that when I didn't have the time to run away? And yet somehow I did. Some impossible miracle happened that gave me the chance I needed. Be honest, Sojiro. What'd you do? Well, I can't think of what it could be, but I probably did whatever I could. Anyone else would do the same, right? Oh? Are they off to fuck? Before Alice gets there? At first there was a tiny glimmer. A few moments later there was an explosion. It sucked in everything nearby, then blew it all away. Trees were laid low, rivers dried up. Entire buildings were wiped from the face of the planet. Wind raged at 100 meters per second. This must be what it's like on Venus, she thought. It's no use, I can't get any closer. This endless emission is just insane. This disaster was supposed to be a simple job, damn it, not an actual apocalypse. That was when he heard a voice coming from inside the crater. The wind was blowing so strongly that a normal person would never pick up her voice, but he was sure he heard it. Shooting it doesn't work, hitting it doesn't work, kicking it doesn't work. This thing doesn't obey the laws of the universe at all. High-density magical energy invades the Earth's surface as temperatures rise with no sign of slowing. The youth wasn't at the crater's bottom. He stood on the rippling bedrock surrounding it. The ground had been flipped over and sharpened like the tip of a sword. About 40 meters below, you could see the magician facing off against what looked like a shining star. Okay, he said something. He crouched down on the rock, keeping his breathing short, shallow, and sharp. The oxygen had become toxic, burning his lungs with every breath he took. Here, the mere act of breathing was suicidal. His legs still worked. By all rights, he should have run for his life. Even an ordinary human could still slide down the rock and make his way to someplace safe. But even as he continued to breathe in the toxic air, he thought back to the events from earlier that day. Before the explosion took place, the air around Kumano's old inn had been contaminated, and it was spreading. The inn's owner hurriedly evacuated the guests, and the incident was reported as a wildfire to the nearest town. Just when the townspeople had finished evacuating, the mountain transformed into an alternate world, singularity. 6 hours later, the witch confessed to everything being due to her own negligence. She went back to the mountain to try and make things right, but failed. The young man, in turn, had returned to the mountains to collect the witch's body, when... Is that Aoko? Why does her outfit look weird? Yikes, that was too close. Good thing I managed to shift at the last moment. What the hell is that thing? It doesn't obey the laws of physics. You can never tell when it's about to do something. It attacks constantly. I have no idea what it even is. At the bottom of the crater, he saw a familiar face doing her utmost to fight back. He hesitated, but only for a moment. He had second thoughts, but only for an instant. How many seconds could he last in this wind without his limbs being disintegrated? Could he run up this rocky, nearly 100-meter-long slope in time? Even if he could, would he be able to jump all the way to the star floating in the air? And even if he managed that, what would happen next? Such a feat would be beyond human, but he had already accomplished the inhuman 8 years ago. Now, I don't know my timelines. I'm not going to look it up. Is this referring to the end of Mahoyo, or is this referring to something else? Back then, he had one of the witch... Okay. This is his noble phantasm. Back then, he had one of the witch's relics to help him, and his body was still in its prime. Now, that prime had of course long since passed. He was barely a shadow of his younger self. He was a boy no longer, but a man. He lived a comfortable life in the city, in civilized society. Moreover... Still, it's gotta run out of steam eventually, right? Are you seriously telling me it's a star from outer space here to destroy the world? Alright. He began to run. His toes broke, his upper arm split open, his lungs literally burned. One of his eyes collapsed, his chin was sliced off, his heart burst. But his hearing remained intact. He could still hear the girl desperately trying to fight back. It should have been impossible. But this creature happened to be able to perfectly replicate any actions he had performed in the past. Unknown coordinates. Wait. Because he does the thing once, he's able to replicate it? He leaps in the air. One of his legs is gone. He acknowledges loss and raises his remaining hand. Okay, so losing the hand came before this. The wraith falls to the evil spirit slayer. His body is obliterated without a trace, but his wish, his will, remains as strong as it was 8 years ago. Like, what did he do? Now, tour plan Horizon. I'm forfeiting this game and put this whole singularity on timeout. Those few seconds he bought her changed the very world. When they had passed, all trace of the disaster had vanished. Nobody would ever know what had taken place. The tale of his exploits would never be passed on. On a planet about to end, a miracle saved a magician. That feels like a sequel hook more than anything. Like, as in, like, we're hinting at the stuff that's going to happen in Mahoyo 2, but we're keeping it generic enough to not fully go into it. I'm going to look at these after. I'm looking at them after for sure. So, like, did I not get a second Holy Grail? It said ×1. Huh. Weird. I don't know why it said that then. Well, the next step then is for me to grind out the stuff here. Wait, I'm sorry, does it say completing it will unlock the next thing? Wait, what do you mean? Huh? The next main quest? What? Wait, oh, we got bonus monsters to do? Okay. Well, we'll do that next time for sure. I'm not going to do that on camera. We'll do it as together because I'm sure it'll be... If there's actual next ones and that's how we unlock them, then yeah, we'll do that. Get points, defeat fairies, backyard, room of no opening, do that one. Okay, yeah. So I'll grind out the stuff there so we're able to do that. And next time we'll not only finish up those, we'll do the challenge quests as well as everything else there. Oh, also, actually, before we go, this should be yes. I can buy lore. I definitely need lore. Yes, give me the lore. Give me the lore. Limited line, you try some different lines. Lemon and lime, that means it's time. It's really funny. There's a line for specifically, you bought a lot of stuff and you've been saying the same thing. That's fun. That's funny. Yeah, and then we'll get these for sure. That's a really funny line reading. Okay. And then other than that, I bought a bunch of these. I should have just bought them here. Cool. Cool. Like I said, we'll be back next time to finish up the event proper. We'll read the profiles, we'll listen to voice lines, all that stuff. I'll see you next time for some more for the finale of the Witch on the Holy Night collab and some more Fate Grand Order. We'll see you guys then. Ciao.
Yo.